G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road today in Vanuatu. And this place behind me here is called Eton Beach. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a, a rundown about how me and my family ended up here for our snorkeling adventure while we're in Vanuatu. We're on the Royal Caribbean Quantum of the Seas cruise at the moment, and it stops off here at Port Vila in Vanuatu, and you got to get off and try and work out what you're going to do. Now obviously you can buy a tour through the boat, you can pre-book a tour, all that type of stuff. We did not do any of that. We were very, we just had a lot of things going on at home, so I didn't get to do the research that I would normally do before we do this kind of trip. So we literally just got off with no plans, no idea, just snorkel gear on our backs and hope that we could find some coral, and we've achieved that goal. So I'm going to talk you through it. But anyway, enough of my face. Let's switch around to the prize here, which is, this is Eton Beach, E-T-O-N Beach. Now we've been here probably four hours now at least. Now I just wanted to kind of explain how we ended up here. So we got off the cruise boat. We had a reasonably early tender from the cruise. We were onto the port probably at about before 9 o'clock anyway. Got off, I don't know how hot it was. It wasn't that hot probably, but humidity was 150%, like we were just sweating. Got off, went to the information centre, said, what do we do? And they went, you want to get to this beach called, I think it was called Eden, the Wall of Eden, something like that. But there's other beach, pointed to a couple of places on the map. We'd already heard about this Eton Beach place, but they said it wasn't really the best and there was better spots. But anyway, we got off, started trying to walk out of there, just trying to find a cab or somewhere to get here, and we just got hassled by all these different people wanting tours, tour companies and so forth. And some of the prices that they were giving us were absolutely ludicrous. Like we're talking, some guys wanted $50 per person per hour to take us anywhere, stuff like that. And I was like, damn, I can hire a car for $100. Anyway, it was all getting too much, and eventually we found this bloke called Ronnie who had his little taxi, and he said, you give us $150, I'll just drive you around wherever you want to go all day. Now I don't know if that's a rip-off or not. It probably feels like it's a bit up from what we could have got it for, but at that stage we didn't care. And we got in the car, and he drove about 40 minutes to here, giving us a little bit of a tour actually, talking us through some of the things we saw, to Eton Beach. And you can see up on there's nothing here, okay? There's no shops. I'm glad we didn't just get a taxi here and let the taxi go away, because there's no taxi stand or anything, there's no bus stop. So in my head I was just like, yeah, we'll just get there, have as much fun as we want, and then we'll just get a cab back or something. That would have been a massive failure. We never would have made it back. Well, we probably would have had to hitchhike. So there's nothing out here. So if you want to get any food or anything beforehand, that's an idea. You've just got these little kind of huts they've built that you can just dump all your stuff on, and then our bloke's been sitting there minding our stuff for us. Not that I think there's too much to worry about. Probably got worse thing of the other tourists. And then we came out here. Now, it was not far off high when we got here, and the water was covering almost all of those rocks, and it's gone down to low. We were told, or we read, that mid-tide was the ideal time. It seems to have been fine on high and fine on low for us anyway. It's just gone low actually, and we just snorkeled way out past that rock there, probably another 30-40 metres past that, and found some really lovely coral and stacks of fish. So I had a bit of a hope a dream that I'd be able to take my kids to see some coral and some fish. And a snorkel, I brought the snorkel gear all the way from Australia, so I had it on hand. And I've achieved that goal here today at Eton Beach. So the fact that it transitions from quite shallow water to deep, but not that deep, and then once you get out past kind of that rock, you can see there, once you get out past that rock, just out there, it gets really quite deep and there's stacks and stacks of fish. It's like an aquarium everywhere you look out there. It's really quite amazing. The coral, look, most of it's dead, but you come across these pockets where there's a lot of alive coral and it's pretty spectacular. So this is definitely an option if you're looking to get off the cruise boat in Vanuatu and Port Vila for the day and find an opportunity to go snorkeling. Eton Beach definitely provides. Maybe we just got really lucky with the weather. The wind's just picked up. Maybe we got a bit of a bluebird day. But we're going to go now from here to the Blue Lagoon, which is just down the corner, and check that out. Apparently you can do some jumps out of the water down there. Anyway, there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chris Stead. I'm getting back on the road.